Credit card sales are recorded the same as cash sales, except the retailer incurs a processing fee for being able to accept the credit cards. These fees can range from 2 to 6% depending on the type of card and the amount of business the retailer does. Let's look at an example. This couple is purchasing $100 of groceries using a Visa credit card. Let's assume the retailer pays a 3% fee in order to be able to accept Visa cards. Finally, for simplicity's sake, let's assume this transaction takes place in a state that doesn't charge sales tax for purchases of groceries, like Minnesota. The journal entry to record the sale by the retailer is a debit to cash for $97. This is the amount the retailer will collect from Visa. Credit card discount expense is also debited for $3. This is the processing fee Visa charges. Finally, sales revenue is credited for $100, which is the amount of the sale. Debit card sales are recorded the same as cash sales. Retailers are not charged processing fees for debit card transactions. A debit card transaction is basically a transfer of funds from a buyer's bank account to a seller's bank account. So let's look at our earlier example. Assume the couple buys their groceries using a Visa debit card instead of a Visa credit card. The journal entry would be recorded exactly the same as a cash sale. Cash would be debited and sales revenue would be credited for $100 each.
The following expression, 394T plus 5,830, gives an approximate value of the total average credit card debt in a U.S. household T years after 1995. The statement T years after 1995 is key for evaluating this expression correctly. We want to use this expression to predict what the total average credit card debt was or will be in the year 2009. So the key to doing this correctly is identifying the correct value of T for the year 2009 when T is the number of years after 1995. So to determine how many years after 1995 the year 2009 is, we need to find their difference. So T is going to be equal to the desired year of 2009 minus the base year of 1995. This is going to be equal to 14. So we want to substitute 14 for T in this expression to determine the average credit card debt in the U.S. in the year 2009. So we'll have 394 times 14 plus 5,830. This product here is 5,516. And now we'll find this sum. And this sum is 11,346. So this is the dollar amount of the average credit card debt in a U.S. household in the year 2009 based upon this expression. I hope you found this helpful.
As the doctor, you go into account, you go into settings, and what we're trying to do here, as the doctor, what you want to do is link your bank account because we're trying to set it up that when you take a credit card from a patient, it charges the credit card and that money goes directly from the patient's credit card into you, the physician's bank account. So right now, Michael, who's sitting next to me, is entering the doctor's information. When you enter the credit card for that patient, the money will go directly into your bank account. And now once it's in, that saves it.
And so once that's set up, you can actually add those cards for the patients
So
and charge those to charge patients.
Awesome. So let's go into a patient right here. Okay. So now we're here. We're at the patient's medical record. So what Michael is doing is he's clicking on patient payments. After you entered your bank account information, you can start entering credit cards.
That should be optional.
So,
it out.
so the CVV, actually a doctor does not have to enter.
No,
And the billing zip.
The CVV and the billing zip code are dependent on what kind of card they're putting in.
I see.
Not all the cards will check it. It's up to the patient and the doctor, I guess. Generally,
Okay.
they'll put it in all the way.
Awesome. So now the card is on file. Your name is MH, and then your expiration date is that. Process payment. Okay, so you're selecting the credit card.
Mhm.
Patient doesn't have a balance, but say that you have a $20 copay or something. So you could enter that.
Yeah, you could do that, and it would lock in the full value of that balance.
That's awesome. Say the patient doesn't owe anything, but you want to charge $20 on the card for like a prepayment on something. You can do that.
Mhm.
Awesome. It'll process it.
Yeah, it'll pull up the actual transaction as well as the processing fees, since we pass those on to the patient instead of the
Yeah.
doctor. So this will show up as a $21 charge on their credit card. And then, so we don't have the email in for this patient, we can't email it out, but we
Right.
can print it.
Awesome. So if you did set up the email, it would just email it,
Mhm.
and then this is what would be
Something
emailed.
like this shows the patient how much they were charged, how much the payment was actually for, as well as their total balance remaining. And then on here, we also keep a transaction history of each transaction that's been processed on this account, as well as a record of the processing fees, when it was processed, and you can also print an email from this table as well.
Do you want to have a credit card? Maybe this video will help you to choose it. We will use from credit.com. This is the website for you to know more about credit card. There are article tips about the term of credit card that will be useful for you. Please read it before you proceed because it is very useful. About what does APR mean, making sense of key credit card. Okay, so if you want to choose credit card, please select who you are. I am individual, student, or company. It will help them to find your credit card and your credit score and what option do you want, like build credit, no annual fee, cashback, low interest, reward point, cash credit, or something like that that you prefer. Okay, after that, click on find cards now. On this page, you will see the option about credit card you can have. You can also add more filter to specify what you need. Okay, so this is like Barclay card, rewards, MasterCard. You can see the card features, annual fee, interest, and more. And please click on see details for more information about it. Okay, and this is the features of the Barclay credit card. You can see what they give to you. You can add more filter like this. I want to add more filter like no annual fee. The annual fee is 0, and then low APR or interest. You can use it to get credit card that has low interest. You can also use other preferences. It will be very useful to find the credit card you need. Okay, this is give 1.5% cashback on every purchase every day. So it is like 1.5 discount. There is also cash rewards. Again, you can see the features of the card by clicking on the details. It is very useful for you. You can choose the best credit card for you, so you can make the most of it. After you choose the credit card, the credit.com will help you to apply. Click on apply now on the right. After all, they will get commission if you apply from them. So